So, Fabio, can we call you Didja from the start?
Well, yeah, for sure.
Because it's the best nickname, I think. Didja, I'm sorry, I should give it
No, it's good,
Didja is a bit too English. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank
on
you.
the Brakes. I was double checking with you when you arrived. It's definitely your first appearance.
Yes.
Because I was like, have I dreamt snippets thinking about recording this? And now I think maybe you were on before, but you've not been on before.
Never, first time.
So we get a nice conversation to get to know you a little bit better. I don't know if you've ever listened to these before.
Sometimes, yes.
That's basically it. So we try and we're not looking for clickbait and drama. We want to actually try and get to know you a little bit. And as it's your first time, the obvious first question is always, why did you start riding? When did you start riding? How was all of that? But first, we've had 3 weekends off.
Yeah.
How are you? And how are you feeling after a bit of a break?
Well, they've been so good, honestly, because I went with my friends and my girlfriend to Ibiza, and we rent an house. We spent some days on relaxing. We also planned with my trainer to all the preparation there, the physical preparation. So I did almost everything there, and it was so good to have a little break to relax the mind a little bit and the body to prepare these 2 races, and then also the rest of the season that is quite tough. It's coming tough. So
right, we were looking. We're only like a third-ish of the way through, so there's plenty still to come. Maybe some of the rider market craziness has made us feel like maybe we're in September, but no, we're still before summer break. But okay, so glad you're feeling chill. So let's go then, baby Didja. When do you first get a bike? How did it start, this passion that it's...
Well, let's say that my father was really passionate about motorsport and MotoGP. Well, at that time was still 500, 250 and 125, but he was really passionate about moto. And yeah, it's funny because I was a little kid, I was watching my father riding around circuits to have fun, just to have fun. One day, he was carrying me on the side, putting the bike on the van, let's say, okay, and there was a Suzuki that it was with the engine on, and the bike started to crash, and him with me on the hanging me tried to save the bike, and he twisted the throttle, so the bike did a lot of noise, you know.
Yeah.
And I was super scared, so I didn't want to see any bike anymore.
Oh wow, so your first experience was like, ah!
Yeah, for me it was like bike, no bike anymore. Then he tried to convince me to try one time the pocket bikes. I was like 5 years old, and let's try. No, I don't want. Let's try. No, I don't want. And then one day I tried, and since then it was like the best thing that I ever tried. But it was not on purpose. Let's say I was just enjoying, and we were enjoying that those 2 days together because he was working for sure, so he didn't have plenty of time to enjoy or to be free. So it was like 1 or 2 days in a week to be free, to go with the pocket bike together. And we started like this, like a game, just
for fun, pure for fun. So how did it become then more than fun, or how did you end up racing more than just like riding for?
We always took it to have fun, but also to win. Let's say that.
I feel like you've missold there, just for fun, but also.
Yeah, let's say that my father teach me how to have fun winning. Let's say
that's
that winning is more. You have more fun when you win.
Sometimes that's a difficult balance too, eh?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But then it becomes serious in my last year in Italian Championship, 2015, because I come from a normal family. For sure, we were lucky because my family was normal with that we never missed something, but we weren't rich. Yeah. Okay.
You don't have like a mountain of money to just be like, I want to do this.
Exactly. We were a normal family. So at 2015, it was my last year where my father could put some money on my racing. So he said, like at the beginning of the year, Fabio, this year is so important for you because I cannot spend any more money than the little money that we are spending, because I don't want to reduce some money for the family. So if this year you do a good job and we go the World Championship for free, we can continue. If not, the game is finished.
Wow, this is quite recently as well, eh? Like that's a long way into a career for it to be like, hey.
Yeah, it's like it was 2015. I was doing Italian Championship, Moto3, and the Red Bull Rookies Cup. So I said, it's like your choice. You have to put everything in if you want to do it, and we have to make it happen. So that time started to be a little more serious.
Well, I can imagine. So, okay, so not quite baby you then, but nearly 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
How was that season? And I guess it's quite a change of mentality as well when your dad said that to you before the season as well.
Yeah.
So you know already, okay, this is a key season. How did that change your approach? Is it?
It teaches me a lot, honestly, because I transform myself in a way that I maintain it also in other season when I was fighting for championships. I see me in that season, let's say. It's like it was not a real pressure for me. It was like, it's like in 1 month I mature 10 years altogether and I started to be a really pro rider. So the focus was just on the bike. Whatever it takes, whatever I have to do, whatever, the bike. Try to win, try to be the best athlete possible. And I made it that year because at the end I finished runner-up in the Italian Championship, runner-up in Red Bull Rookies Cup. And I signed the contract with Gresini for the next 3 seasons then in Moto3.
For 3 seasons?
Well, it was for 4, but then maybe we can talk about it later.
So, okay, wow. So it sounds almost like that was better for you instead of pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
Did it just help you focus in and then everything else disappears?
But this thing is a thing that I see in my career, in my life also. When I have pressure, I perform better. Whatever it takes, whatever it is also.
We'll also talk a bit about that regarding last year in a while.
Also.
So Moto3 then, Gresini, new adventure. Now you are pro rider, pro athlete. It's you've got your contract. It's not your dad and trying to make something of it. You've made it. How was your first experience in the World Championship then? Talk us through it.
Well, it has been up and down in different ways, but has been amazing. I loved it. I loved it because we started with a good potential because I knew that I could do a really good job, but I was not making any points in the first 5 races till Mugello. And before Mugello was my crew chief Fabrizio Cecchini, that I have a huge relationship with him, that he says, okay, you have to come to Misano now after Le Mans. We have 2 weeks, now I prepare you for Mugello, and I know that 100% this thing will change and you start to make important points. So we arrive in Mugello, I make my first podium. From 0 points, podium almost win the race, like 37 milliseconds to the win.
Oh yeah, it was the really close one, yeah.
And from that, like the season has been just amazing. I was enjoying so much. I was a little kid, but also at home was not incredible the situation because me and my father, we are big fighters, let's say.
Oh no, really?
So I went away from home. I started to live in Misano alone with my friends. My friends, that is Fabio.
This is a lot of change, in one time.
Yeah, I was 17 years old.
Okay.
And my friend is Fabio. That is the guy that you see every time next to me here now.
Yep, who's still here now.
Yeah.
So, okay, talk us through it. You've left home then for a while. You've got this amazing success. We also need to know, what did he teach you at Misano? If you went from...
It's like, also that moment is a moment where I did another step of maturing.
Maturity, yeah.
Maturity,
Matured
sorry. Okay.
more. No, it's good.
Okay.
Nearly there.
Of maturity, because at the end I started to be a man, I start to live alone, start to think about yourself, your training, your health, you have to cook by yourself, you have to live like a man and work for what you have to do in the life. So, and I was with Fabrizio teaching me a lot of things, also on the bike. We were training a lot with the bikes, and it was a really good season then. But also, it was a bit disaster for me for the next season, because I started to take a little money, and like every little kid with a little money, I started to lose a little bit the focus. So I think the 2017 season is the season that I lost the most of my career. Because
really?
I think I had a really great potential to win a lot of races, but I was not 100% focused on it. So.
It's interesting. I love how honest you are about that now, because, it's a long time ago, but it's also not that long ago.
Yeah.
In riding times, yeah, but... So talk us through then, your dad, stress, moving away from home, that season. How do we come back from that?
It's like 2016, I split with my father, let's say. Our relationship was really bad. We were not talking anymore with each other. I was with no money at all in Misano. And it was tough. I was like buying the shoes for sale, but really in offer because I had no money, and all the little money that I was taking from the racing, I was putting on racing, you know, on trainings.
Yeah.
So I was with no money at all in Misano, alone, 17 years old. And then I started to take a little money. So my father was away, and I lost the way a little bit 2017. But I was doing a good job anyway. But I was crashing, making mistakes, and I started to you know, I have to speak with my father again. I need that part of me that brings me back a little bit, you know. But then that time also was a little. My life is so long. I think we need a lot of time.
We've got time. Tell us.
Because my father come back to the races, but he was not in a good relationship with Fausto. Because my contract at that time was really good for me, but not that good as contract, let's say.
Okay.
Not about money, for other things. So he started to fight with Fausto. So for my team, my side was really good because I started to be focused and I started to make podiums, and again I was in a great shape. But out of the track it was a disaster with my father and my team.
This is enough stress, yeah.
Wow, it was a disaster.
So first of all, that you've missed, how did you reconnect with your dad then, and you come back to the race?
Dad, I miss you and I need you.
So you just called him and you're like, okay, please come back.
Yeah, I need you. I think I lost the way. I think I need you. It's always been me and you, and I need you. And it was a good thing, but also a bad thing at that time, you know.
And then you're like, delicate. Oh, what have I done? Okay, so.
So yeah, we went through 2017. We started 2018, and I was really ready to fight. I was really mature and ready, and yeah, I was ready to win. And we did an incredible championship because I finished runner-up in Moto3. We fighting with Jorge, Martin, and Beds.
I feel like everyone forgets that twist at the end of the tail there, where it was you who was actually the runner-up.
Yeah. It was a big fight, but then at the end I was runner-up. Yeah. But also 2018 has been a roller coaster then, because I had a 4-year contract with Gresini, Moto3, Moto2, and I wanted to go Moto2 then. But then my dad and Fausto started to fight. It was not possible anymore to go Moto2 for this fight. So we started to go through legal things. You know, a lot of people don't know, but I was going through.
This is a lot of off-track drama for you trying to be like, okay, no.
I trained for last season. You know, I trained all my life for last season. So it was like flying for the races. With 2 days before I was com'è tribunale? Come si dice tribunale?
Tribunal, kind of, like the...
in front of the judge.
Yeah, like the judge, that's the better way to say it.
So I was there and then flying for the racing, you know, was different.
Wow, okay, yeah, this is a lot to...
Yeah, and then we finished a really good season. And then we went to Moto2 with Speed Up and then start another story, but it was tough.
So, well, I mean, this makes it even more interesting how you went back there then. But let's... Moto2 then. Yeah. That at times is a bit tougher.
Yeah.
Like you said, obviously your very, very first bit of Moto3, pretty tough. And then it kind of became this fairy tale roller coaster, at least on the track. Moto2 then, reset, new adventure, bigger bike, new challenge. How was that and adapting? And are you now, by the time you get through Moto3, are you like, okay, I'm a serious professional rider, and you've not ever considered anything else since?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I've always been fascinated to ask everyone, since Enea, when he won the Moto2 championship, said like, yeah, I started taking it seriously this year. And I'm like, really? Bro, this year? Like, a lot of people take it seriously when they're like 16.
The thing is that I had to do it before because I did it all by myself.
Yeah, so you've got to, if you don't get the results, I guess you can't.
Yeah. It's like, as I said, my family, I was not the shoulder covered, you know, it was just me on track, so I had to take it serious from the beginning. I had no manager, so I had to go to the sponsors and teams to talk by myself. I was 19 years old, you know, it was different for me. So I always from the first year in Moto3, I started to take it seriously. I enjoyed a lot. I had a lot of fun.
But it's a real thing.
But it was a real thing.
I know what you mean. So Moto2 then?
Yeah, Moto2. Moto2 also was
New
nice.
world.
Yeah, because with the speed up team, we had a lot of fun. That team was was so funny. We were chilling a lot in the garage, and the first year was really good. We enjoyed a lot. I finished first of the rookies, so rookie of the season. So we did 2 podiums. We did a really good job. I enjoyed like crazy. Also because it was my first year with my best friend as an assistant. That is Fabio.
So now you're like touring the world. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool. Maybe one of the best years of my life, let's say.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like you struggled too much to adapt then to a podium being an amazing result.
No, it was so, because I was, when you, racing is strange, because when you enjoy so much, the result just come, and is everything easy. The situation around you is so important, with the team, the people, the energy that is inside the garage, the little quotes that some mechanic or some technician can give you. This makes a big difference on you, on how you feel. And this affect your way of riding. So the approach of Moto2 was not that difficult. It was really good. I was really fast from the beginning. For this also, I was really with a lot of will for next year, for 2020. We said, okay, this year we will make it happen. We'll be world champion. But then it happened that Dunlop broke a new front tire, and it was a disaster for us. Wow, a disaster.
So that's the biggest struggle then in adapting to that. And
was a complete disaster, and we were not making any good results. And I started to have just few options for next year. So I was already in a short, I don't know how to say. Yeah, you know, I was like this. And then it came back Fausto.
I was going to say, you have to explain to us now how this story comes full circle.
Yeah, let's say it was strange, because from half 2018 till 2021, me, Fausto, we were not saying hello in the paddock. We were really bad relationship. Also in 2018, that I was riding for him, I couldn't make breakfast in the hospital. You know, I was making breakfast somewhere else, but it was my team.
Yeah, so because you have all the off-track things still.
So it was a mess. In 2020, it arrived this call from Fausto to Diego, my manager, and I said, okay, you'll not reply to this call, 100%. You will not reply. And he said, no, I'm a manager, I have to reply. No, we started to discuss. We were in a parking in Misano.
And then you say you're arguing with Fausto, and now you're making him argue with Fausto and arguing between yourselves about it. Okay. So how did we, from there then, arguing in the car park in Misano?
We went to his house in Misano, and he said, okay, I need results for my Moto2 team, and I think I cannot take any better rider, any better rider than you. So let's forget everything, and I think me and you together with my bike, we can win the championship and make it through MotoGP. I said, like, wow, what happened? You know? And we went out from his house, and Diego said, hey, and now what do you think? I said, well, it's a good thing, eh? And also we left in a way that we knew, me and Fausto knew that our way was to be together, was not to be in fight. For real. So
it's like the fighting feels like the unnatural part.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now we're back to...
Yeah. And we start to talk about next year, and then I signed the contract with him. I was so happy, honestly, so happy to be back in that family. And we started to build the team together, because he wanted to change all the stuff and find a staff that can win the championship and make also a good team for MotoGP the next years. So we started to make everything together, and the winter there was really, really tough. You know, everything.
Yeah,
what
I can imagine, especially obviously the people very, very close to him, but also after you've had such a roller coaster journey.
Yeah, it was tough.
But
it was really tough, honestly, because we started to talk every day almost, and was that winter was a particular one, you know. We built the team. We were talking on the phone every day, and then everybody knows what happened. So I tell you one fun, well, it's not fun, but particular thing about Valencia test at the beginning of the year 2021. We were in Valencia, and we arrived in Valencia, and we knew about the death of Fausto. So all the team was devastated. Me, maybe I was the first one devastated about it. And it was me that I made like a little discussion, okay, in front of the team. Okay, I started to speak in front of
like
the
a
team.
little speech.
Yeah, like a speech. Yeah, a speech. Okay. To say, hey guys, now we have to decide, because Fausto wants us as a world champion. That we do a good job for him, but he wants that we do a good job. So now we have to decide. If we do this, we do it for him at full commitment, not years. Not years, because we are making for him. If not, we go on now. We don't make the test, we don't make the races. It's no sense to go home and then come back in the races. Or we do it at 100% or we don't do it. And it was me saying this, was a bit strange. And then all the team was like, we were really united to make it happen. So it was a particular moment, that one, for my career.
So, okay, so with the Gresini team then, you did fully commit to it and everything. Obviously the team very much still here, still in MotoGP and still getting some great success. So talk to us then about you. I mean, you have told us so much. I'm like, where do we go next? Because sadly we can't speak to you for 4 whole hours, but I'm like, Okay, so talk to us about going to MotoGP then.
Yes.
That's the next big thing.
We go to MotoGP.
How is it decided? When did you find out or know? And how did that feel from you taking it seriously with your dad, and then now you actually got the MotoGP ride?
We knew it when I signed for Moto2, because in the contract was the option.
So it was
MotoGP.
Literally, was it option or was it like, no, this will happen?
Moto2, MotoGP.
Perfect. So that's a stress-free contract.
Yeah, it was
that
great.
time round, you're like, okay, now I've got my plan.
But also, look, I have goosebumps. It also was a stress moment, because I wanted to have that the Fausto thing on my shoulder to bring to the podium, to the win, so it was anyway a stress moment in Moto2. We make it through MotoGP, we go to MotoGP, and it was incredible. When I touched the MotoGP for the first time, it was just a magic moment. It was my father there, crying with my manager, crying.
Right.
Everybody was crying in the garage, because it's like a dream come true at the end, seeing your little kid from the pocket bikes to the Ducati MotoGP, it's great. Also because my father was a really Ducati fan. We have a Ducati at home, so it's like
it's the ultimate way that you could have.
It was amazing. It was fantastic. And we started. My first year was really, really, really tough, because at the end all the team was rookie. Me, I was rookie. My chief was rookie. My data analyzer was rookie. So how you beat Marc Marquez, Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin with all the team as rookie? So difficult, it was impossible, and we did a not good season, and also me, I didn't learn that much, because nobody could teach me, because also the other part of the team were learning somehow, it was difficult.
Yeah, it's like everyone has their own challenge as well as, So
it was really, really tough. But we signed the contract again for the year after, with a little change of the staff, that Frankie Carchedi joined us to teach us the way a little bit, and from there, I really just started enjoying racing. It was incredible, because 2022 I lost a little bit.
I was going to say, so Frankie joined you for 23, right?
Yeah.
For last year. I'm like, I feel like I've lost a year in my mind. Okay, so
22 I lost completely the way, I didn't have fun on the bike completely. I was not enjoying, I was not learning, I was not improving, it was not fun. Then
so
Frankie joined us.
I was going to say, how'd you bring it back?
Frankie arrived and make me all the things quite clear. So it's like he gave me a path, let's say, and we follow this, and we arrive 100%. So he started to give me again some motivation, some a way to make it happen. So we started, but then the speed was already there immediately. I said, wow, I lost it for a year, and what happened now? I'm again there. But then the results were not coming. Every race, every session was happening something, and I was not able to make all the pieces of the puzzle together, and the results were not coming. Then it happened also the Mark thing on the summer, because I knew from the summer, honestly, not December as everybody. Let's say.
When was it? Was it Indonesia, right?
No, but I knew like in maybe in June.
I can imagine they tell you like, well.
Yeah, and I was I was feeling really bad, not just for the place, also because that was my seat, also for our story together with the team.
Yeah.
So to be kicked out from that team that I was feeling a bit mine was a tough one for me. But then my family at home, my friends, and also my staff give me a lot of help, because we started to take every session, every race as a training, but not just a training. Let's go there to have fun, like pocket bikes. Let's go back by 10 years, 15 years, and let's just go there and have fun. If this is your last season in MotoGP, have fun. Enjoy and have fun. And all the guys, all my side, it was with this mindset. And I started to retake that feeling, and then here we are.
Here we are. Well, I mean, here we are, skipping forward something quite important. You won a MotoGP race, very stylishly as well. You were much faster than everyone else.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, talk us through that weekend and that feeling of getting that. It was, I mean, there've been a few moments that I've experienced when like everyone's been happy or everyone's been impressed. There's like Nicky Hayden winning his Superbike race. Everyone was like just absolutely buzzing. Pedro had everyone excited in Qatar when he was on his tyre, never mind, charge, especially. But that was another one where everyone was just so happy for you.
Thank you.
I think like it was a great atmosphere of just everyone being like, hell yeah.
I have a picture. I have a picture of all the riders stopping by my side at the end.
Right,
of the,
literally everyone's just like, fair play, man.
Look.
Yeah, even me a little bit, and it wasn't me winning it. So tell us, how was it? How was the experience of doing that?
Was great. Was great. We were in an amazing moment. I was feeling that I had everything to make a good job. And it's funny because on Saturday night, me, Diego, and Fabio, my manager and my assistant, my friend, we did a meeting because we said, okay, next year 100% we don't do MotoGP. It's official for us. Saturday night, after making the podium in the sprint in Qatar.
Wow, okay.
We say, it's gone. So we give us a big hug. Thanks guys for the journey. Let's enjoy these 2 races.
Wow.
And it's gone. And so I went to the race with, I was completely free of anything, but I was not happy. I was just empty. And I was really bad, honestly. I was really, really bad. And in the grid, Frankie Carcadi arrived to me and said, okay, I did a dream this night. I didn't want to say you before, but now I say.
But now I'm going to tell you right before.
On the grid.
Yeah.
He said, now you start. You go there, you are third in the beginning of the race, then you put yourself in second place, and you wait till 5 laps at the end of the race. We put you on the pit board a signal that you will know, and then you win the race. And I said, come on, Frankie, please, leave me alone. Then if it happens, I'll be drunk 100% this night. And it was the exactly way.
Script.
It was incredible. And we won the race. It was my last lap, I was crying all the time. All the time. And I was trying, when Pedro did the mistake, there was my longest 2 laps of my life. And I tried to continue to push, but I was fucking all the corners, honestly. I was doing a lot of mistakes. I was completely, wow, we made it.
It was stressful to watch. So I can't imagine how it was to ride it and know. Is it almost easier if Pecco had still been close and there'd been like the pressure to focus?
Yeah, because I had something to do. Then it was already done. I had to do 2 more laps with no mistakes, so it was really tough.
You did it though. Well, maybe not with no mistakes. If you say I won't repeat the word, all the corners, but how did it feel then, crossing the line?
Wow, amazing. I was just full of joy, full of cool emotions. It was, it was so cool. I was so grateful. It was an amazing moment, honestly. One of the biggest moments of my, like, the way I was feeling, I was really full then. No more empty, I was full.
I know what you mean. So, obviously it wasn't the end of your MotoGP journey because you're currently on the MotoGP podcast and it is June 2024. So how did the story continue? Because you were right down to the Monday almost, right? I can't remember now. We were like, I know on the entry list there were like a few things you still had, and we were like trying to get it ready to, because you have to send it out, or we do, before the test. And there were still so many pieces of the jigsaw in Valencia, still so much stress. How did the story get this new chapter?
On Tuesday, I received a message from Vale, and well, I was texting him before, and I received a message from Vale saying, "Hey, let's talk with Uccio and this stuff in Valencia." And Saturday night of Valencia, I signed the pre-contract for the 2024 season. So I arrived in Valencia with the special leather, the special helmet, special gloves, special whatever.
To be like, bye.
But with no bike to ride, you know.
Oh,
it was like,
of course, yeah, you literally had.
So it was everything ready, but also maybe to ride with a Panigale, you know, because I didn't have a contract or whatever. Saturday night we make it.
Wow, okay. And now, obviously, new adventure then, new team. Ducati machinery still.
Yeah.
How has this season been? It would be very unfair if we spoke this long with you and didn't talk about your dear Pertamina Enduro VR46
sure.
racing team comrades. How's this season been? New vibes, new team?
Yeah, I put till now on my podium of best years of my life, because this team is just amazing. I love them. We enjoy so much. Every person of the team is so cool, so fun, and is so a great team, honestly. And I'm learning a lot from them, also how to approach to racing, because I always approach it in a really professional way. And I'm not saying that I'm not professional anymore now, because I'm really pro on this, but more relax, more enjoy, more be grateful. You are in MotoGP, you are doing the best job in the world. Enjoy, laugh, speak, scream, whatever you have to do, enjoy. And that's so cool. I'm enjoying so much. The bike is fantastic. For sure this year we wanted a little more, but I think we are doing a really good job, and I'm enjoying so much.
Well, I mean, we're also enjoying watching you. I think it's been an interesting season, especially with obviously Mark, same bike, a bit of the drama's all kind of around you, not you. I'm not going to use the podcast to poke you about next year. I'm going to leave you in peace, because there's enough rider market drama at the moment. We will get you on the TV set, I'm sure, to ask you repeatedly to confirm what you're doing.
It's already happened.
But, right, so we've already attacked you in one place. But yeah, I mean, thanks for sharing so much of that with us. We do have our fan questions. I feel like now we're going to change mood a little bit from the great, beautiful journey you've taken us on to now being like, what's your favourite food? No, it's not quite that. But
no, it's not that one.
There are some interesting ones though. So and also guys, if you're watching us, if you want to meet people like Fabio, you can come to MotoGP Hospitality in an incredible experience. I mean, that's a real kicker with that graphic, isn't it? The audio people can't see that it's Mark on the banner.
It's fine.
But no, have you been to Premiere already this year? Or VIP Village, or not yet?
Yes, many times, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you'd already been on the... It's good, right?
Yeah, it's
genuinely.
Good. For the people, it's good, because they understand that we are just guys, 20 years
exactly,
old
right?
guys.
And you don't have to run through the paddock because you're on the way somewhere else and you're like, sorry, bye. But yeah, okay, so that was very smooth, right? My plug for hospitality. Right, so fan questions.
Yep.
First one, you've kind of talked about it a bit. Maybe it's just a different kind of approach. From Tommy Garbo, what's the difference between working in Gresini and working in VR46?
I don't like to compare the teams. I just want to say that in VR team, I really like the way they structured the team, because like the rider is really at the center of the project. So everything in the garage, in the trucks, in the team organization is okay. What's best for the rider? What the rider needs to be faster. It's not like, okay, this is the team and the rider has to adapt for the team. It's like, okay, what you need to win, and we, with our possibilities, but we make it for you. It's not a problem, and this gives you a really good feeling. So these are a thing that I share, honestly, from a team.
That's,
so
yeah, that's an
so
interesting
cool.
insight, I think. Because also we don't want to, like when we talk to you guys, I also hate the thing when people are like, okay, we've got a rider from VR46 racing team, and then all the questions are like, how is Valentino?
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like, so, from Yumi Soapy, who's your favourite retired rider?
Troy Bayliss from my side.
Okay, I was going to say, I wonder now if you feel the pressure and you've got to be like Valentino.
No, let's say...
You've always said Bayliss. It's
the
been
thing
your...
is that Vale is Vale. I cannot say anything about it. It's the greatest of all time. You cannot say anything for... anything bad from him. He's like the best in the world, also till now. Even 2 days ago that we were in Silverstone together, he's like the best in the world. But when I was young, I went in love for MotoGP for Bayliss, so I would say Troy Bayliss.
That. I love it when people have a slightly different answer. So we love that. So from, I don't know about this name, Thijs Diedericks. You either might be Dutch or very annoyed with how I've pronounced your name. What is your first memory of racing?
That's fun. That's fun.
Oh no. We don't have many minutes left now.
Okay,
We've got to...
1 minute. Pocket bikes. One of my first times on the pocket bikes. I was really young, like 5 years old. And I was thinking about dinosaurs. I don't know why. I was riding, and I completely forgot to brake at the end of the straight. And I went completely off track.
Thinking about dinosaurs. I love it. Okay.
That's a fun.
That's your first memory of racing. Even better. Okay, so I am Luisa, a post-race ritual.
Post-race ritual.
Do you do anything specific or?
Crepe Nutella and beer, honestly.
That's a fantastic ritual. And then final one from Paul0.brl. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
World champion.
Cool. Okay, we love it.
World champion.
Just short and sweet, but impactful.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, you've told us so much. I wish we had another half hour, and maybe you and your lovely press officer wish we didn't have another whole half hour.
No, okay. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been really interesting. I think for people as well who maybe paid more attention to you after that win in Qatar, or after you've come to MotoGP and maybe didn't know your journey before, it's like one of the best insights of like, well, let me tell you. So thank you so much, Fabio, for joining us. Best of luck for this weekend, and yeah, everything else in the future, and let's see.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ciao.
At the end of this season, I will retire from a MotoGP full-time rider. Has been a nice journey. I enjoy